Ancient Egypt spans 3 millennia of continuous civilization. That is over 3,000 years of kings, conflicts, and construction to unpack. For modern travelers and students, that sheer volume of time creates a bandwidth problem. You physically cannot absorb every major site and artifact without suffering profound historical fatigue. If you try to see it all, you hit a frustrating paradox. The most spectacular, famous architectural monuments were thoroughly looted centuries before modern archaeologists even arrived. On the flip side, the most valuable, perfectly intact treasures we have today were pulled from architecturally underwhelming pits or secret underground caches. Because of this mismatch, evaluating these sites by their raw fame is a trap. To get a real return on your time, you have to audit your own historical interests. This decision tree maps out the 3 specific pathways to spend your historical bandwidth. You have to decide if your curiosity aligns with the engineering scale, the artifact wealth, or the contextual record. Let's start with the awe seeker. This profile prioritizes monumental engineering and undeniable visual spectacle above all else. The ultimate destination for this pathway is the Giza Pyramid Complex, constructed during the Old Kingdom. The logistical reality of these monuments is difficult to comprehend. The Great Pyramid alone weighs an estimated 6.5 million tons. If you move down the Nile, Ramses II's temples at Abu Simbel serve as the pinnacle of architectural intimidation, featuring towering statues carved directly into the mountain face to align with the sun. That massive scale extends beyond buildings to vehicles. Khufu's ship, suspended here in its museum gallery, measures 140 feet long and was originally buried in pieces near the base of the Great Pyramid. But there is a massive drawback to this pathway. Immense visibility functioned as giant billboards for ancient tomb raiders. By the time modern excavations began, the intimate grave goods, the gold, the jewelry, the mummies, were entirely missing from these massive structures. The awe-seeker's return on investment is a masterclass in human engineering, but you have to sacrifice any real connection to the personal, material wealth of the pharaohs. That brings us to the artifact hunter. This path is for viewers who want visceral proof of the past through intact wealth and complex mummification practices. To get that, you have to abandon the massive temples entirely and look toward the desolate, rocky, and architecturally modest trenches of the Valley of the Kings. This is where Howard Carter discovered King Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922. Debris had hidden it from looters for 3,000 years. The artifactual payoff of an unlooted tomb is immense. The boy king was found wearing the spectacular death mask, crafted from solid gold and inlaid with lapis lazuli. Similarly, the little-known silver pharaoh, Susenas I, was discovered resting inside this intricately detailed coffin, forged from solid silver. Finding this level of wealth challenged basic historical assumptions. It proved that rulers of the 21st dynasty possessed vast resources during a period historians previously thought was impoverished. And the preservation extends to the Valley of the Golden Mummies. Excavations there have yielded over 100 mummies adorned with gilded masks, with experts estimating thousands more remain buried in the necropolis. The major trade-off here is spatial. You will usually view these intact objects inside crowded museum display cases, entirely divorced from the original tombs where they were placed. For the artifact hunter, the payoff is maximum exposure to authentic ancient wealth and death practices at the cost of architectural atmosphere. Finally, we have the contextual scholar. These are the viewers who prioritize discoveries that provided new frameworks for understanding the civilization, regardless of how shiny the objects are. The Rosetta Stone is the ultimate high-utility, low-spectacle artifact. Because it features the same decree written in hieroglyphic, Demotic, and Greek, this single slab provided the linguistic bridge for translating all Egyptian written records. We also see this pathway in the forensic mystery of Queen Hatshepsut. She was one of Egypt's great female leaders, but her stepson systematically defaced her temples to erase her from history. It took a modern scientific breakthrough in 2007 to officially identify her missing remains. Scientists linked a loose molar, found inside an embalming jar containing her organs, directly to a specific gap in this mummy's jaw. Or consider the Temple of Bastet, where archaeologists found 600 cat statues. That density of figures traces how everyday religious shifts continued even through the later Greek-speaking Ptolemaic dynasty. The significant drawback here is that staring at a damaged mummy or a gray slab of rock requires intense mental focus and prior reading to appreciate. The contextual scholar yields the highest possible understanding of how the society actually functioned, but with practically zero immediate visual thrill. To get the most out of your time, you need to stop treating ancient Egypt as a monolith and build a tailored mental map. This matrix charts our 10 discoveries. The horizontal axis measures historical context required. The vertical measures immediate visual spectacle. For the awe seeker, the strategy points top left, mapping the pyramids and Abu Simbel high on spectacle, low on context. If you choose this quadrant, the architecture itself is the artifact. The detail-oriented optimizer moves top right, plotting King Tut and the Silver Pharaoh, balancing high visual spectacle with a moderate to high context requirement. This means scanning museum collections instead of empty tomb interiors. Finally, the systems thinker lands bottom right. The Rosetta Stone and Hatshepsut's mummy score very low on visual spectacle, but rank extremely high on context. The most valuable discovery you can make regarding ancient Egypt is figuring out which of these 3 lenses aligns perfectly with your own curiosity.